Hey crochet girlies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Olivia and welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing we're going to start up a series that is heavily inspired by RJ Crochet. She is a wonderful person here on YouTube. She seems so nice and kind, and she makes great scrap yarn Saturday videos, and that is the series we are starting. I love her scrap yarn videos, so let's just get into it. I will not be using dice. I know she uses dice a lot, but I will not be using dice. But let's get into what scrap yarn I have. So this is my cotton and t-shirt yarn bin. I have this purple t-shirt yarn, this, can't get it out, this pink t-shirt yarn, and a pretty good amount of black t-shirt yarn. I made all of this t-shirt yarn at a class one day. It was so much fun. And then I have just some random cottons. Like I have this Hobie Friends cotton in red. I have this ivory cotton. This Hobby Lobby I Love This cotton in blue, soft blue. Sorry, someone had to ask me a question, but I have this teal scrap, which I have a lot of these teal scraps, but I'm just going to put these in for now because my baskets are pretty small. And I have two Dollar Tree cotton scraps in pink and ivory. These are my cotton and t-shirt yarn scraps. Next up, acrylic. I don't have too many acrylic scraps, and these are actually quite big scraps. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty big scrap since this is how thin the yarn is. This is a DK pink. This is just a white from Hobby Lobby I Love This yarn. This is Hobby Lobby I Love This yarn in mid green, black, red, and more white. We also just have this random ivory I got thrifted. And then for the big kahuna, I use chenille yarn basically every single day. Actually, every single day. I don't always use cotton or acrylic yarn every day, but I do use chenille yarn every day. And I have a lot of scraps. I have one in each color. I have every single color. I'm trying to show you very carefully because the scraps are going to fall. Like I have rock candy, and I have different types of chenille as well. I have some blanket yarn, some just chenille yarn, and a lot of parfait chunky. And I have pretty small projects to go along with these. So whatever I spin on the wheel, that is going to determine what yarn we are going to pick. Alright, I got an octo. Okay, so for my first scrap yarn project, we are making an octo. This is by the Whimsical Goblin on Instagram. I love her pattern. I basically have it memorized, just a couple details I don't have memorized, like when to place the eyes and what rounds. But we're going to be picking out my colors. I think I'm going to go with a blue scheme. I know it's basic, but I really want a blue octo, a blue scrappy octo, like a monochrome blue scrappy octo. So we're going to pick out all my blue scraps, and if I don't use all my blue scraps, that's okay. But I do have 3 different colors of blues. I have cornflower, rock candy, and light blue. And there's definitely some scraps of all of them. Like this is the tiniest scrap ever. And I think that's all of them. I might add in some purple if that's not enough, but I think it will be. Or I could add in some white for the tentacles. I don't know. We'll see, but let's go ahead and get started. let's go ahead and spin for our second project. We got a stingray. Okay, crochet girlies, I just finished the stingray, I ate some lunch, and I'm ready to go for the next crochet pattern. This is the crochet stingray. I did mess up right here compared to here, but I think it's super cute, and it definitely matches the octo, and I'm basically out of blue amigurumi yarn, so I'm really hoping I get a non-amigurumi project. The only ones I have on there left are a small bee and a whale. I'm kind of hoping I get a face scrubby. I just added that one, or really any of the last four. I really like the bookmark, the headband, the wristlet, and the face scrubby. So I'm hoping we get those. So let's go ahead and spin. Okay, we got a granny square pouch. For the granny square pouch, this is my inspo. It's just gonna be like a big granny square with the triangles, like with the corners folded in. I'm gonna add a button, and I'm gonna use this white Hobby Lobby I Love This yarn that has apparently carrot shed things in it, carrot from Premier Parfait Chunky. And I'm also gonna use mid green. Or 8 across. So that's super cool. Yarn of makes. Okay, crochet girlies, I did finish my small pouch, granny square pouch. I want to show you my inspo real quick. I made this a while ago when I was trying to make a different project, but I just turned it into a pouch. This is like my inspo, but I wanted it a lot smaller. So the button's here, and you like use the top loop or the top corner to just make a little pouch. So I made a smaller version, and I think it turned out so cute. This is the back. I did do 2 rows of white, 2 rows of green, 1 row of white, 1 row of green, and then I sewed it up and just attached a button, and I'm really happy with it and how it came out. So I have 3 projects done so far, so let's spin again for my 4th project. Alright, I got a headband. Okay, so I tried to start 2 different headband patterns, and I really like this one. It's just gonna take a while. It's gonna use up a lot of scraps, but I will get it done by the end of this video. I'm thinking I want to not roll the wheel, spin the wheel for another project in the meantime. But I actually started like a little heart one. Thought this could be cute. And there's also some white hearts, but I didn't know how I was gonna attach it. And I even made a red heart. I'm doing like a red heart granny square version of this, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So I just followed this tutorial, and you need 6 of these. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if that makes any sense. And then you can like do ties and everything. It's really cute. I really like this granny square, although I did mess up. So yeah, but I'm gonna spin the wheel again. Hey, crochet girlies. Sorry. Hey, crochet girlies. I just wanted to show you all of my all of my completed scrap yarn projects as well as this week's makes. This is not all I made this week. I made a lot more, and I just wanted to show you after I show you the scrap yarn projects. So first in order, we did the mini scrap yarn octo. There was like one tentacle in the light blue. And then we did the scrap yarn stingray. I think it looks really cool with that color patterning. I don't know how to say it. And then we did this little pouch that actually can hold the next two projects. As you can see, I still have an end I need to weave in. But yeah, here's the back of the pouch. And then I technically like spun the wheel for the last project before this project, but I completed this project before I completed the last project, the headband. But I made two little face scrubbies. I definitely say this is like really soft cotton, so it's got some like fuzzies. It's got that halo to it, if you guys can see. But yeah, it's got like a halo to it. That's the pattern. It's a little puff stitch facial scrubby. So yeah, I'm gonna put those in my pouch. And then last but certainly not least, the headband. This is actually crazy because I used up like, there's a scrap, hold on, I literally finished it today. So this is how much yarn I had left of one scrap. And then I had to go into the second scrap because I wasn't going to make the chain plus the decreases. So I went into the second scrap. As you can see, where is it? Loki can use this one because of the color difference. There's like a slight color difference. And as you can see, there's a color difference in these yarns. So there's a slight bit of that scrap left. There's a little bit of pink left. And a whole nother scrap. This is not a scrap. This is the red that I thought I was going to have to dig into. But I actually ended up having an extra square. And this is just like the other skein I had of that scrap. So yeah. And then I made 4 squares. I did some decreasing. I kind of didn't follow the pattern, but I did. I followed the pattern for the square, which is 12 single crochets and a magic ring, or a chain 4, and then 2 double crochets, chain 1 each. And then kind of like a granny square, you do like, in your first stitch, you do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then you do 3, 3, 3, chain 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, chain 2. So yeah. But this is like the square pattern I used, and that wraps it up for the scrap yarn makes. I'm obsessed with, oh, and I just forgot to continue. I chain 1, and then I also, not chain 1, I decreased the ends with the yarn, and then I chained a certain amount. I think I chained like 20 or 30. I don't know, but I think it's really cute. Probably gonna make a different color one for my mom. But speaking of making stuff for my mom, I actually made her some Valentine stuff this week. It's probably gonna be in another video as well, but let me go grab that stuff because I have it hidden for my dad for Valentine's Day. So let's get into those first. So recently we made a batch of chocolate chip cookies, his favorite kind of cookie. And he ate all of them. Me and my mom both got one. It was like a 32 batch. So I made him give a mouse a cookie. Mouse. Then I made a little cookie to go in the pocket. This is Hobie Honey Bunny Nougat with it's cocoa or chocolate from Just Chanel. And then I basically just did like my version of the Fable Friends, like a little mini. So yeah. And that's all I've crocheted for him so far. And then today I crocheted my mom 2 purple heart coasters. So yeah, I'm gonna make 2 more, but in inverse. Then we have 6 chocolate strawberries. We have 3 pink with key lime. I think this is ballet pink or cotton candy. And it's ballet pink. Okay, so we have 3 of these with teddy bear. It's just white Just Chanel. We have 2 candy apple with pistachio with just the stripes and teddy bear. And then we have a tuxedo, which is where like you make the strawberry look like a little tuxedo. Strawberry with candy apple, pistachio, white Just Chanel, and teddy bear. Perfect chunky. All the rest of this is perfect chunky, unless I say Just Chanel. So that's what I've made for Valentine's Day so far. And then I made a drift. I did the tentacles a little bit differently, I'm not gonna lie. I did the base pretty much the same though. Super cute. Oh, the drift always looks so grumpy to me. I think it's so cute. Then I made 5 MomsStitchetti frogs. Let's see if I can hold them all 3. 4, 5. And Parfait Plush. In the spearmint mint. I think it's the green color. I don't know. I really don't know what green it is. But yeah. Oh, this is Burnett Blanket Countryside. This is Burnett Blanket. Navy, no, Twilight. So this was Twilight. This was Basic Chanel Sand. Loops and Threads and Premier Anti-Pilling. And I told you the strawberries. So yeah, those are this week's makes. So let's see if they all fit in here. So we have the coasters, the strawberries, the frogs. I'm really just trying to build up my inventory, so that's why I made 5 frogs. The drift, and the if you give a mouse a cookie. Okay, it all fits. Barely, but it all fits. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, and let me know what was your favorite make. Whether it was scrap yarn or not, let me know your favorite make that I made this week. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye, girlies!